Hey guys, welcome back. First place OTS champions to Runick Harting to the side here. Third place for myself. Went X1 in Swiss. Very nice, very nice. Played Runick Naturia. Honestly, thought it was the best deck going into the event. I just counted what I expected to be the most represented deck in the event, which was branded. So yeah, played against Branded Despia, Mathmech, Plunder Patrol, Traptrix, and Pure Punk in Swiss. Um, Honestly, like my only loss was to the Plunder Patrol player, and that's just because it's a very hard counter matchup. Still very impressed with how the deck performed and all that. So for the main deck, the runic spells are 3 Slumber, 3 Tip, 3 Fusion Curses, 3 Destruction, 3 Flashing Fire, and then 16, 17 Dispelling and Smiting Storm. 17 isn't standard, but I wanted some more engine in the deck because I noticed I was breaking quite a lot in testing. So I just decided to play the 16th and 17th Runic spell, and it came up for sure. And the last, obviously, the 2 Runic Fountain. For Naturia, we play the 3 Blessing, the 3 Sacred Tree. Obviously, you have to play the 3. There were options before to like cut 1 Blessing and only play 2. But for the most part, like especially now that all the Ishizu cards are limited, you don't really have easy shuffler access. So you kind of need to play the third one just to have like a turn 5 grind game. We played the 1 Sunflower. That's the only brick we played in the entire deck. I wasn't playing the Horn Needle or the Vein. I just didn't want to open the cards at all. And then obviously 3 More Cricket, 3 Camellia. Yeah, that's the entirety of the Naturia engine. It performed. I played the deck like it was Runic Stun, except with like Naturia being like the backup engine, essentially. Yeah. Non-engine was basically just 2 Book of Moon. The squad was extremely versatile today. I wanted to initially play it to play around Impum on Hugin, which was extremely annoying. It's also just an extremely defensive card because your Sunflower has 0 defensive counter attack, so it just gets run over like all the time. So Book of Moon just protects it, and it's just a really good interruption against Kashtira. Just being able to force him to have birth is like insane. And then we just played the 3 Ishijus. I cut Medora. Medora is just the worst one. You don't need it. It's not good to open. You need to discard it because opening up another fairy is just not likely, especially with all them limited. So yeah, I still wanted to play. Obviously, I still wanted to play the Kalbeck and Yagito because milling cards in this deck just wins you the game. You mill 5, you have draw 3 for the next 2 turns. It's insane. Yeah. And then the last 3 cards are the 3 Ash. As I said, most expected matchup for me was Branded, so you kind of have to play this card. For extra, we played 1 Baron, standard, everyone plays this. Paarl, Stardust, everyone plays this, standard. Naturia Beast, and then Barkion, everyone plays that. And then where I kind of started to deviate is the Scarlet pack. Kind of made this extremely popular, and I agree. It's just a board wipe. That's a time win condition. Just really good. And then I played Dragon Berserk as well. I still wanted a Synchro 8 that I could make that was an interrupt and just generally had like a lot of board pressure. This is your primary win condition if you run out of Runic Engine to just win the game because it just clears and kills so quickly. And then Baguska Exiton. So I was trying to play Baguska Zeus, but Zeus was really bad for 2 reasons. The first reason was there's no battle phase in Runic, so if you want to make Zeus, you're kind of forced to not use your Runic spells, which I didn't like. I wanted to be able to have as many options as possible. And the second reason was if I'm playing Zeus, I'm essentially forced to play either 2 Baguska or 2 Zeus, because if I'm playing against Cash and they see that I'm playing 1 Baguska, 1 Zeus, they rip out Baguska, and then suddenly I can't make the Zeus at all. There's no other Exceed. Whereas if they rip out Exiton, I still can make Baguska. If they rip out Baguska, I can still make Exiton. So this was just more versatile in general to me. The one Link Monster we played was obviously the Cerberus. A lot of people play Donna. I wanted to play Cerberus because I'm still on the Ishizu cards, so I needed a really good discard outlet that was just a generic removal. 1 Munin, This isn't standard at all. This was just tech choice. I wanted an easily accessible time win condition that just worked all around, and it won me a game, so I'm glad I played it. Then the one Gary, 2 Garys, my bad, and then 2 Hugans. Yeah, that was the extra. Wouldn't really change anything in it. Performed really well. Yeah, shout out to Cardforge as well, my sponsor. For side deck, we have 3 nib. I wasn't expecting a lot of cash, but this was in there for cash. It was in there for Swordsaw, it was in there for Mathnic, and any other kind of roguish combo decks. And it overperformed today. It really did. 3D barrier. Broken card, have to play it. We played 2 Dark Hole, just the 2. Still wanted an out for Ebly Lock, Rasta Cypher, etc. etc. Just all around good card. It gives you a board wipe in Runick that's hyper important. 1 Happy Spirit Duster, have to. Expected Labyrinth, expected Trap Tricks. 3 Contact Seed, the spice, the absolute spice. Main reason I played this was branded. So even if you Contact Seed on Rebellion, they're forced to make sprint, and it kind of just like fucks with or they're like you Contact Seed on the Albion rather. They're kind of just forced to make sprint with it, and it fucks up their line regardless if they're playing sprint. If they're not playing sprint, then it's literally just an auto win con. They can't summon anything else. It's just free. Against cash, you can Contact Seed them on the Rise Hard as well, and it becomes really hard for them to do anything else after that. So yeah, I know I'm glad I played this. This has won me so many games against Brandon and Cash. Evenly, have to play this. It's good. I don't care if I don't have a battle phase. This card wins you the game. End of story. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. This was my 3rd place OTS champs at Paarl, Battle Bunker Paarl, and yeah.